Hey everybody, Ragiroth here. So I've been wanting to address this regarding Guilty Gear Strive for some time now, especially since at the time of recording this, we still have about a month or so until we get another character reveal for it. Now this is going to be like a part rant and I guess part theorizing video. Now when I say the roster of Strive is playing it safe, what I mean is that the roster has literally just been characters that have been in like every Guilty Gear game, and or were in the first iteration of the last game, Guilty Gear X Third Sign. My main issue is that there have been no characters that were not in any of the last game's new iterations, like Testament or Zappa. There have been no characters that were introduced past Sign, like Johnny or Baiken, and there have been no new characters, or should I say, gameplay for new characters, because we actually do have one newcomer kind of announced. This, by no means, the game looks bad or anything to that degree. But let's be real, a lot of people care about the rosters of fighting games, especially ones that have been established for a while like Guilty Gear, and people have become attached to like the characters. One of the most exciting things is always seeing characters that didn't make the cut last go around come back. Seeing new characters in action is exciting, seeing what new ideas and designs the fighting game sequels bring to the table. And sure, characters like Raven or Baiken were in the last game, but we had to wait a good while for them, especially Raven, Jesus Christ. Getting them in the first iteration in this new game, I'm just going to assume Strive is going to have like 2 to 4 iterations like X2 or X3 had, would be cool and be a bit more refreshing. Let me give you a couple examples. I'll use a fighting game that I've talked a lot about on my channel, Calibur 6. When the game was first revealed, we saw we were getting Sophitia back, at least fully, because I know she was kinda in Calibur 5, after she was missing from Calibur 5, and with a new character teased at that. Then a month or so later, we got a gameplay reveal for the new character, named Grow, Kilik returning to his normal self, as well as Zhanghua returning. Then a month after that, basically, we got Zoslamel back. This was all within just the first couple months. Now, Calibur 6 might not be the best example, because I think a lot of us were just relieved to see another game happening after a while. But alright then, let's use a game that no one was really worried about getting a sequel to, Mortal Kombat 11. First reveal, we found out that Shao Kahn would be a pre-order bonus, who hadn't been playable in about a decade. Then when we got the gameplay reveal, we got Baraka and Scarlet back, as well as a new character named Geras, and then Cabal teased to come back with a reveal a week or so later, all within the span of a month or so. Now imagine if instead of those three at the reveal event, it was like Katana, Jax, and Liu Kang instead. Then they teased, instead of Cabal, Cassie Cage. Would that have really been as exciting? Characters we all knew had a strong shot and had been in the previous game and then some. It's been almost a year since Guilty Gear Strive had been announced, and they've done none of that with the roster. I also keep bringing up Baiken, and that's because judging from various official polls, she's pretty damn requested. I figured after these polls, if Baiken is in the game, she'd be the next to be revealed. But instead they went with Remlethal instead. Now I actually really like Remlethal, probably more than Baiken to be honest, but she's still yet another character that was in X Third Sign. Plus all these characters aside Rem were in the first Guilty Gear game. So was Baiken, and Testament, as well as Cliff and Justice. If Baiken was next, so could one of these characters, if it was following a pattern that is, obviously more so Testament since Justice and Cliff are dead and everyone seemed to bring them back. But I don't know, Remlethal did really good on the polls as well. Maybe they just wanted to save Baiken for later, like not playing their strongest card first. So now why do I think they've been like this with the reveals? Well, a couple theories. One is that maybe they mainly want to focus on showing Strive's new, I guess, engine, graphics, and gameplay first before the big changes to the roster. And the other thing, it feels just more right just focusing on showing off the safe characters that we're used to seeing more often in this new engine first for comparison's sake. Option 2, they're front-loading the first set of reveals with the safe characters, so the later half is all bigger reveals and it kind of ends on, I guess, a stronger note. Thirdly, this is the worst outcome, but maybe this roster will literally just be X Third Signs plus the new character. I don't think this will be the case, but it always has to be considered. Lastly, there may just not be a reason. Maybe that's just how things worked out. These characters could have been easier to make, and maybe they're just ready to show off first. I will say that the speed of reveals hasn't been helping either. But I know the game was recently delayed, and of course the pandemic. I understand that. I'm totally sympathetic and empathetic to that. But if you're going to have to space out reveals, why don't you just try to at least give them a bit more oomph when they do happen? I really hope I don't sound like I'm complaining or entitled or I'm saying that the game sucks until I get a character I want. I really hope that's not the case. I think the game looks great, online lobbies and that stuff aside. But I just want to be a bit more excited for it, that's all, because I love Guilty Gear and I'm just trying to find out why they're doing it this way. Honestly, give me Testament and Raven and I'll shut up completely. I don't care if the rest of the roster is just X3rd sign and we get these guys. I also do really want to see the new guy in action. He looks awesome. Though I do hope, even though I know I complain that they aren't showing off brand new characters, I do hope they don't overload the game with new characters, unless they're characters that were like NPCs before, like Gabriel, Kronos, or that man. But at the same time, we've seen this guy for a while now. We still don't know how he plays or what his name is, and he looks really cool. I also do think Remlethal is at least a step in the right direction. Hopefully the reveal in August is a bit more out there and not just like, Eno, Slayer, or Venom. No offense to those characters. Of course, there's always a chance it could be someone like Bridget or Angie Mito, two characters that I'm not particularly fond of. However, they did miss out on the previous iteration, so, I would at least be happy for their fans, and at least it's mixing it up a bit. But yeah, it would be perfect to get a really exciting reveal in August because it is my birthday month. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think the roster for Strive is just a bit repetitive? If so, why do you think that it is? Why do you think they're doing it this way? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for checking out this video, and as I always say, another time, another place. Keep being awesome.